How we doing?
What's up?
Oh, much. That's another violation of the fucking Second Amendment.
What?
Open handguns permitted, prohibited.
Yeah. We're having issues recently. It's been a lot of.
It's, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you have a permit, you have a right to come in this building. I can see schools.
No, so that's not, you can't carry, that's showing it off
Oh,
while you're
open
in the
carry.
building, open carry.
Open carry, oh, okay.
Open carry.
All right, yeah, I was gonna say.
Because we're having issues with people coming in and, open carrying, so.
Yeah, I can understand the open carry, yeah, but, yeah.
So, yeah, no, if you're law abiding, if you're gonna cover it and you're
Yeah.
gonna do everything to
Yeah.
be good, then have at it,
Hey, Ross.
right?
How are you?
Not too bad.
All right.
Oh,
We've only got 2 bids.
okay.
Real quick.
Like a sauna out there.
I thought I was wearing dark pants when I walked in because the sun was so hot.
Oh, it's brutal. You know what's sad? I used to love summer, but by the end of middle of August, I can't wait for fall. I'm like, bring the cool weather on, bring 60-degree temperatures.
Oh, winter.
Yeah, well, you know what, Ross, I love fall, but like, once we get like to November, I'm like, snow, baby.
No,
Snow, let it get cold, let it get snow, let the ground freeze.
that's what I want.
You live in the north and it's supposed to snow every winter too, and we've gotten what, 3 inches?
Oh, yeah. It's been horrible, it's been horrible if you're a skier or a snowmobiler, because even in places that have good snowmaking haven't had enough cold weather to make snow.
Yep.
So you have to travel out west, which you've been doing,
West, next year Europe too.
you
I
know?
hope they have snow.
Well, you know what's funny, generally, when Europe has good snow, the United States doesn't. When the United States has good snow, Europe doesn't.
Keep my fingers crossed.
Where you going?
To the Dolomites, Italy,
Okay,
and to Heavenly, California.
okay. The Dolomites in Italy is right where, I was in Zermatt, Switzerland. I went skiing in Zermatt,
Oh,
and you could ski to Slovenia, Italy, which is part of the Dolomites.
I know.
I'll tell you what, you're on what they call like a J bar, just this little tiny bar, you put between you, on the back of one of your legs.
Oh, yeah.
And it tows you for like 2 miles.
Oh, shit.
I mean, you're flat. What it is the 2 mountain peaks come up like this, and this one goes to Italy, let's say, and this one goes back into Zermatt. So you got this flat thing, so you have to get on this J bar, and it tows you all the way to where you can go down. And we skied down into Italy, and we made a couple runs, and then we ate lunch, and then before it got too late, like around like 2 o'clock, we headed back to Switzerland, and then by the time we got, that and skied back into Switzerland, it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And, it gets dark, like 5 o'clock, so yeah, you wanna get off the mountain. And down there, I mean, it's 45 minutes, if you're just like cruising along, make a few stops, it's like 45 minutes to get down from the top. I mean, one day, me and a buddy of mine, the last day we were there, we went way up in the gondola, then we took another gondola over, and we went way over, we plotted it out. So we were, let's say, we were here, we wanted to go over here, so we were like skiing across the mountains and then slowly coming down. And we were like tucked and racing each other, and it took us 35 minutes to get down, going as fast as you can. Like, as fast as you can ski. And
50 miles an hour.
doing like, 40, 50 miles an hour,
That's a long
and it
distance.
takes you like 35 minutes to get down.
That's a long distance.
I mean, up there too, like you can go up to the top of the mountain, ski halfway down, and there'll be like a lodge, you can have beers and stuff and eat. And then right below it, there's another lift that takes you back up, so you can just ski the top half of the mountain where there's no trees.
Yeah.
For most of the day, and then towards the, after, then you ski back down to the tree lines.
Nice.
Cause the tree lines, unbelievably have moguls that like are like as high as the ceiling. I mean, like you think you've seen moguls, you ain't never seen moguls like these, cause they don't have grooming. But they do have some trails that are groomed, but they have trails that are just, it is what it is,
Yeah.
and you better be good, and when you come over the mogul, sometimes there's someone there that fell, and you have to like make sure you don't hit them, and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I've been skiing once. I broke my wrist, so I haven't gone yet.
Yeah, they have people that go up there with snowmobiles, and they build ice bars, so you can just like ski up to the bar and get a drink, pound a shot, and then pay them, and then just keep going. You don't even take your skis off.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Switzerland was absolutely,
How long
by
ago was
far.
that? How long ago?
oh, I went there in 87, 86, 87. It was gorgeous though.
Probably.
Everything was automated. Like I had been skiing like in Mount Saint Anne in Canada. I had been to Chamonix in France, Mont Blanc. And when I went to Switzerland, and I used to ski a lot, like at Mount Snow and Haystack, and like in Killington and not Stowe, what's the other mountain there? What's the other one in Vermont? No,
Okemo. The big one.
it's like a western town. No, the ski area is kind of like, is like a western town, like you get in Vail. Anyway, I'm throwing a middle blank. Anyways, because I've been to Vail and Beaver Creek too. And I never experienced the automation in Switzerland. I mean, they have trains, 200 people, the gate turns 200 times, 200 people walk up, you get in the train. And it's an underground subway, it goes click, 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 and you go up the mountain like on a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Like literally, you're sitting here, the next guy's head is right here, because that's how what an angle you're at.
Congress.
And then within a few minutes, you like the Cog Railroad, yeah, exactly, only you're in a tunnel. Then they also have the train that winds through the mountain that brings you up to the top.
Very cool.
And it's just the automation, and like even the most of their gondolas take like 6 people, and they have the gate, it goes click, click, click 6 times, 6 people walk, thing comes in, the doors open, you put your skis on the outside, you get in, you go by a laser on the floor, it shuts the doors, and you're off.
Wow.
I mean, the climb Matterhorn, when I was there, took 120 people. I mean, that was the most hairy thing, because you're in this thing and you're like this, and you got 120 people in this thing, so this thing's like probably half the size of this room with 120 people in it. And you come out of the gate, and the thing goes like this, and all of a sudden it goes. And then it goes up, and you fall like 3 stories, and your heart is like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a heart attack. And then all of a sudden, and then you're boogieing, and then you're like going up the mountain, and then you see like mountain goats and stuff, and it was like wild.
Okay.
And then the next thing you know, you go through the clouds, and then all of a sudden it's sunny, because it was like cloudy, but then you break through the sun, and now it's sunny as can be. And when you go over there, you need to have a light pair of goggles, or you have to have glasses with the side things that are very, very dark, because you ain't never seen brightness
So bright.
so bright when you're up atop and you have all the reflection off the snow mountains and everything. You need like almost welding goggles.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey,
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
can you hear us?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, awesome.
I don't know if Scott was having an out-of-body experience there in the mountains or something, but I could hear it all.
Okay, yeah, we were talking about snow skiing, Steve, that, 6 months from now.
All right, so we got myself on Zoom. We got Scott there. It looks like Ross, is that you in the blue hat?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we got Ross, Sarah, Peter and Mark are joined via Zoom, so we have our quorum. I'll call this meeting to order. This should be a brief meeting, so we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. With that, opening of the bids. So Sarah, I'll turn it over to you to open the bids, and what we'll do here is Sarah's gonna unseal the bids. You can read them into record. In summary, I assume is what we're gonna do, but we're gonna send out electronic copies of the documents tomorrow.
So we don't have to summarize them. All we have to do is I need to open them, let you know who it is that we're opening the bid from. And then we can move on from that.
Okay,
So we don't have to summarize until next meeting,
okay.
unless that's what you prefer.
No, you could just open them, whatever we need to do. Open them, read them. I wasn't sure if you had to read their bid amount or anything like that, or just identify who the bids were. But whatever the protocol is for you, by all means.
Okay, so our first bid is from Design Professionals. There's quite a bit on this one, actually, so I'm not gonna read that out loud. And then the second one is from AI Engineers. Both of them we received before the deadline, so both of them are good to go. What I'll do is I will scan them into email. I will get them sent out to everyone. We have a week to take a look at them and come up with pros and cons for each of them. And then next meeting will be July 15th at 6:30. So next Tuesday, we will get together, we will discuss the bids, what we liked about them, what we didn't like about them, and then come up with a recommendation to the Board of Selectmen. I will take that recommendation to the Board of Selectmen meeting the next day and let them know what we as a commission have chosen. So,
And then, Sarah, when you send out the documents for the bid, could you also include in that email the account balances that we have for this commission that are within our control? Because that'll be key in making a decision as well.
I sure can.
Okay, perfect. So if you want any discussion, we have each other's phone numbers if you want to discuss with anybody in the committee, or, I'd advise if you have anything to say, send it out to the group via email if you want to gauge anybody's, if you see something you want to call out specifically in one of the bids or something you question, send it an email, and then we can come, prepared to discuss next week, which will be another special meeting for that one subject.
Have you heard anything back from Valentina, Steve?
No.
Okay.
Nope. So, I'll try to give her a call and follow up before that meeting as well, but this is moving on. This is something we're doing, regardless of what happens there. This is long-term planning.
Yeah. If she was really sincere, I think she would have reached out to you anyways.
Yeah. So she's aware of this process, and I told her this is for long-term planning. We don't have anybody, we don't have any letters of interest at the time. If we did receive one, I would let her know out of courtesy.
Yeah.
But for now, we're moving forward with this, and if she has something she'd like to offer, she could always submit that.
Yeah, we'll just keep her in the loop,
Yep.
but yeah, we have to keep moving on. We can't wait for her.
Yep. So she has opportunity just like everybody else. So,
Yes.
All right. So with that, could we have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week. Sarah, looking forward to
All
you
right,
now.
Steve, have a good day.
Sounds good.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
That's something. That's something.